We'll get into Khabib. You know, obviously he and his family went through a tragedy. It's now been a little over a month, I think, right?
Yeah.
What have your conversations? How much have you spoken to him over the last month, and what have those conversations been like?
Well, it's something that people don't realize that from the very beginning, since 2012, when Khabib comes to training camp is when I talk to him. When he's gone, I never talk to him until he comes back. Yeah. It wasn't until just recently that I get to talk to him here and there, and I never used to contact him, and it isn't until just recently that I've been talking to him a little bit. So I haven't talked to him very much at all. I did get to speak to him for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and this is the first time I got to talk to him, and he's still going through missing his father, which rightfully so. The way they were connected to each other, how his father was pretty much his everything to him, you know. Yeah. You know, having his father's blessing gave him that power to go out and do what he needed to do, because he's been training with his father since a child, you know. So everything that his father wants him to do, it has wanted him to do, Khabib goes out and accomplishes them, you know, and knowing full well that I go do something my father's gonna be proud of me, and so he goes out with that. But now he doesn't have that. Mm-hmm. So you know, he's got to focus on the legacy that his father wanted for him, you know, and live through that, you know, do something great for the legacy of your father. And yeah, so that's what I think is going on, and I think that's what's going to make him better for this fight. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping, that he'll use this and become better, because he's not going to have his father there.
Were you surprised at all that he accepted a fight on October 24th?
No, I wasn't surprised. I thought that he would come back. I didn't know when. I was because he's training all the time, right? Because if you've been watching, he's been training. So it's just a mental. Yeah. It's just a mental thing. It's a mental thing, and I think that he wants to get on board. He wants to focus. Instead of grieving, he probably wants to focus on something good, and that's what I would do. I would tell him, "Hey, man, do it for the legacy. Get out there and do what you got to do. You know, to make sure that your father's legacy lives on." And if I'm not mistaken, he's brought a lot of the important people in Dagestan to come in to ask how to improve on certain things that his father was always doing. So I think he's taken up a lot of the chores his father did to fulfill a lot of his father's dreams for Dagestan. You know, I believe he is.
Derrick, congratulations. You now hold the record for the most UFC knockouts in the heavyweight division. Obviously, that's a big number to have on your name. Are you excited about that?
Yes, for sure. I guess you could say I'm a future Hall of Famer somewhat.
For sure, you absolutely can. I want to talk about this fight tonight. You got that second round knockout victory, but in the first round, Derrick, how did you feel in there?
I felt good. He did exactly what we talked about him doing, and he did everything. Even the little bulldog choke, he did everything we practiced on.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever feel in danger with those submission attempts?
The last one I did, but I was like, nah, I can't. I was starting to tap because I was starting to goggle and scream a little bit like a little girl. So I was like, nah, I can't tap on I couldn't go out like that. So I had to just wait out the time.
Interesting. I mean, you obviously put in a lot of work in your grappling, but when we spoke yesterday after the weigh-ins, you told me you didn't do as much as you would have liked. But it seemed like whatever you worked on, you got back to your feet every time.
Yes, it's just conditioning part of the grappling, not the technique and stuff like that. We still work technique all week. It's just the conditioning part. That part right there will get you tired during the fight.
Absolutely. You came out just guns blazing in that second round, the flying knee to the right hand, kind of let it all off. Did you feel like you needed to finish it there because you weren't able to do the conditioning you had wanted?
Not really. I was planning on going a little deeper than that. But I seen the opportunity was there whenever between rounds he started putting his feet on the cage. And I really thought he had gave up after the first round, but he came back out. So I was like, okay. He gave me a little bit more boost whenever I seen him relaxing his feet on the cage.
It was amazing. 1 week before I was out from UFC, and now in the UFC. I finish my opponent like I do with all my opponents.
Is the Dars choke something you work on? We don't see too many of those.
Yeah, but I did my last fight also Dars choke. It was in Abu Dhabi, in Brave. I finished two guy with the Dars choke.
Is it true that you're trying to fight again while you're there? Like you're willing to step in and you can fight again on Fight Island?
Yeah, of course. I'm waiting. If they have some fight for me, no problem. I'm ready.
We just saw the main event, the title fight over the weekend. How quick until you want to be there?
Hur snabbt vill du komma till titeln?
This year, if it's possible. It's I don't know, next year, this year. 2 years maximum. I'm gonna take this belt.
Do you look at them? Do you look at like Kamaru Usman and think that you can get in there and compete with him?
Of course, if they give me this chance, I can take this today.
So you'd be willing to fight him?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Him, Jorge Masvidal, but I wanna beat more fighters. Who was the name? This guy he hit the one old man. You know, Mike Perry. I wanna kill this. I don't like him. I wanna smash Nate Diaz, and I wanna fight with the one guy. He's a legend for me, Robbie Lawler. I wanna fight with him also.
You mentioned him. What would you say to Mike Perry? He's obviously going through some stuff, but what would your message be to Mike Perry?
Because he hit old people, like old men, you know, it's not nice. As he like play like psychopath. I don't know. I don't like this guy. I wanna smash him. I wanna show him real gangster here.
Any doubt in your mind that you would beat him?
But I kill the gangsters.
Say that again?
I'm not gangster. I kill the gangsters.